At just 18, Luke Littler has already made history as one of darts' brightest stars, taking down legends and rewriting the record books. But now, the young prodigy has been handed a wake-up call. And that's Charlie Manby, a 19-year-old phenom who just obliterated Littler's record for the highest average in the PDC Development Tour. Manby's jaw-dropping 130.70 average in a ruthless 4-0 demolition of Patrick Williams sent shockwaves through the darts world. Littler, known for his fearless performances on the big stage, has faced plenty of challenges before. But could this be the moment that shakes up the future of darts?
So he does have 6 darts to book his place there.
Game shot on the match.
Completes the job in 15 darts.
Littler is the reigning world champion and has been untouchable at the Oki, a Grand Slam masterclass, a record-breaking set average, a world title, all within a year. But now, a new challenger has arrived and he's not here to play games. And Luke Littler knows the competition is only getting tougher. The young sensation has spent the past year proving that he belongs among the sport's elite. However, this new challenger's arrival could shake up the future of darts and could beat his records. At just 19 years old, Charlie Manby has already made history. On Saturday, February 22nd, 2025, he delivered a staggering 130.703 dart average, the highest ever recorded. In a dominant 4-0 whitewash over Patrick Williams, Manby showcased his talent with remarkable consistency. Even his worst leg required only 13 darts. This incredible performance broke the previous Development Tour record of 120.24, which was held by Bradley Brooks, Geert Nenches, and Owen Bates. Manby's rise has been nothing short of amazing, but for those who have followed his journey, this moment was bound to happen.
And my career goals are to just keep on going and getting higher in the rankings and keep pushing myself.
From a young age, he showed his talent by dominating youth competitions. The WDF Europe Cup Youth presented him with 3 championship titles, including boys overall and boys pairs and boys teams during 2022. That was just the beginning. His skills became even more clear when he reached the finals of the British Open men's pairs in 2024, alongside Lewis Gurney. Though they narrowly lost to Jenson Walker and Steve Hine, Manby proved that he could handle the pressure of senior-level competitions. Manby commands the Oki with a mix of precision, confidence, and raw talent that makes him a nightmare for opponents. His 130.70 average was a warning shot to the entire darts world and specifically Luke Littler. Now in his 3rd full season on the Development Tour, Manby's potential has been evident for some time. Those who have faced him at the Oki know exactly how dangerous he can be. However, as the excitement surrounding his record-breaking average settles, the real challenge begins. This weekend, Manby will step onto the big stage for the UK Open in Minehead, making his PDC major debut. He secured his place through a top 4 finish in last season's development standings. His first opponent, Aidan Kirk, is no stranger to high-stakes matches, and he'll be looking to put the young phenom to the test. And if we talk about his victory over Patrick Williams, it was nothing short of destructive. He opened the game with a 180 and won the first leg in just 13 darts, which, incredibly, was his worst effort of the match. He followed that up with a 10-dart leg, then took the next 2 in 12 darts each, completely dismantling his opponent. The achievement was so monumental that he broke down in tears after the emotional win. But if Manby keeps up his current pace, he'll be sharing the spotlight with the biggest names in the sport. Reflecting on his record-breaking performance, Manby told The Express, "I knew I was throwing well, but I never expected that when the game was done to see an average of 130. Even after the match, the magnitude of his achievement didn't sink in right away. I think even when I finished the game, it didn't all hit me until everything started blowing up. It was a great moment when I actually realized about my average and the record. It's a stat that cements his place in history, and Manby knows exactly how much it means. The Englishman already has multiple tour title wins under his belt and currently sits at 6th in the PDC development rankings. He's racked up nearly £12,000 in career prize money so far, but that number is set to skyrocket if he can take his current form to the pro levels. His average in that match topped Luke Littler's best ever average at the same level, which stood at 115.22 from 2023. This performance ranks as the 7th highest in Development Tour history, with only a handful of players ever breaking the 120 mark. But Manby still has a way to go if he wants to completely erase Littler's name from the record books. And speaking exclusively to Express Sport, the 4-time tournament winner made one thing clear: his first major won't just be a one-off. "I definitely want to get on the senior PDC tour and be a professional within the next 2 years," he said. That's the main aim for the time being. And there's plenty of inspiration right in front of him. Luke Littler needed just 1 full season in the development tour before he took over the world stage at Alexandra Palace in December 2023. Now, he's a household name. Mambi sees the blueprint. He knows the path. And if his rise so far is anything to go by, he's following it and carving his own. He's already faced Littler on the big stage. The two represented England together in Budapest, with Mambi claiming the singles crown while Littler and Thomas Banks took the pairs title. Littler's rise may have taken the world by storm, but for Mambi it was no surprise. "You always knew he was going to be special," he said. "We were all capable of beating him, but he was just doing it consistently, so you could tell from playing alongside him, he was destined for something amazing." And that's exactly what happened. Littler's dream run to the World Championship final was just the beginning. In the months that followed, he lifted the Premier League crown, made another deep run at Ali Pali, and climbed to number 2 in the PDC rankings. But did Mambi feel any jealousy watching his former rival dominate? Not even close. Instead, he sees Littler's success as a win for the entire sport. "I think we all wanted him to do well," he said. "A young kid, thousands watching, you'd think he'd feel pressure, but he never did. We were all behind him, and I'm glad he pulled it off." The things he's done for darts, he's taken the sport to a whole new level. It's all come through him. When he won the Worlds, I couldn't have been happier for him. Now comes the acid question for Mambi. Matching what Littler has done is a big ask, but getting to the stage where he's sharing the spotlight with him in televised events, that's definitely on the table. And if anything, watching the Nuke take over has only fueled his own fire. "It's pushed me to do better and reach that level," he said. "Everyone my age on the development tour feels the same. We all have that drive now to make something happen. Matching what he has done would take something special, but we know it's possible." When it comes to Littler's achievements, he's been unstoppable. No one has been able to match his dominance. During the World Championship run, Littler recorded a set average of 140.91 against Ryan Meikle, the highest ever for a single set at the tournament. And back in 2023, Mambi and Littler met in the Isle of Man Classic Youth Final, where Littler dominated with a 5-1 victory.
108 for the title. And
Game shot
is
and the match.
19, double 16, 108 checkout for a 5.
But things are different now. Mambi isn't the same player he was back then. The gap has closed, and he knows it. His record-breaking performance has proven that he belongs among the best, and he's no longer just chasing Littler. Littler isn't slowing down. If anything, he's picking up speed. Just days after Mambi's record-breaking performance, Littler was back in the headlines, setting records of his own. On February 27, 2025, in the Premier League darts, he put on a clinic, 10-180 scores in a single match against Stephen Bunting, the most ever in the tournament's current format. The match itself saw a total of 16 maximums, another record in the books. And even though Littler ultimately fell 6-4 to world champion Luke Humphries in the final, he once again proved why he's the sport's biggest young star. His semi-final victory over Nathan Aspinall was a 6-2 win with a staggering 109.67 average. And if there was any doubt about his mindset, Littler silenced it with a self-assured Instagram story. "This is what he does. Another record broken," he posted, leaving no question about his confidence or his hunger for more. All this while dealing with an emotional moment before the match when a fan appeared to push aside his mother, visibly frustrating Littler. Now, his focus shifts to the UK Open in Minehead, where he's ready to take another step toward greatness. "Happy with how I played across my games tonight, and good to get more Premier League points after making the final. Ready for the UK Open," he posted on X. With £110,000 on the line, Littler enters as one of the top 32 seeds, skipping straight to the 4th round. Last year, he was stopped in the quarterfinals. This time, he's coming for the title. The UK Open has never been easy, and Luke Littler got a reminder of that in his clash against Peter Wright. In a thrilling 10-9 victory, the Nuke had to dig deep, fend off a roaring comeback, and even shrug off boos from the crowd. In that match on February 28th, the Nuke found himself in an all-out war. He led 7-4, only for Wright to storm back with 3 consecutive 100-plus checkouts, setting up a nail-biting finish. But when it mattered most, Littler did what he does best, held his nerve and delivered. With the match locked at 9-9, he teed up a potential 170 big fish checkout, sending the crowd into a frenzy. Fans inside the arena were begging for the bullseye, hoping to witness a moment of pure magic. But Littler, he was playing to win. As the boos rained down, he simply wagged his finger and smirked, delivering his three-word response: "Not a chance." Moments later, he coolly finished on double 20 to seal a 10-9 victory with a staggering 108.69 average. Speaking afterward, he made his stance clear. "I was never going for the 170. If he was on a 164 finish or something like that, then I have the right to go for it, but I had to set myself up." And set himself up, he did. Now through to the last 32, Littler is one step closer to adding another major title to his growing legacy. The question isn't if he'll lift the UK Open trophy, it's who can possibly stop him. And Charlie Manby may have stunned the darts world with his record-breaking average, but if anyone thinks Littler is going to back down, they haven't been paying attention. Records are made to be broken, but champions are made to respond. Littler has built his career on rising to every challenge, and Manby's historic performance only adds more fuel to the fire. This is about proving who can dominate on the biggest stages, and Littler has made a habit of doing just that. With the UK Open title in his sights, the Nuke is here to make history. The next few rounds will be a test of grit, precision, and nerves of steel. And if there's one thing we've learned about Littler, it's this: when the pressure is on, he delivers. If you love watching the next generation of darts superstars go head to head, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Who do you think will come out on top, Littler or Manby? Let us know your predictions.